guys, how's it going? Today's video is going to be my July TBR. I'm actually not participating in any month-long readathons this month. I feel like I've been participating in month-long readathons for the last 10 million months. It might have only been maybe 3 months, but either way. The only readathon that I'm doing is the 24-hour readathon that I'm planning to do on July 31st. Hashtag JKR readathon. If you don't know, I'll link the video above and below. Basically, July 31st is J.K. Rowling's birthday, and I'm going to be celebrating it by doing a 24-hour readathon for communities that she has spoken out against and spread hate against. I'm mostly going to be focusing on Own Voices trans stories and trying to focus on people of color as well, but if you want more information, I will link that above and below, like I said. That video is going to have a separate TBR, mostly because I ordered a bunch of the books online and they haven't arrived yet, but I do want to show off the first book that has arrived because I am so excited about it, and the synopsis just sounds like the coolest friggin' thing in the whole world. This might be a sneak peek for my TBR for the actual readathon, or I'm gonna cave and read it early. We'll see. But that is Out of Salem by Hal Shreve. The author is a gender-fluid trans man who uses the pronouns Z and here. Comment. You just want to be in all the videos. Thank you. Basically, it is about a gender-fluid teenage witch who becomes a zombie when their whole family dies in a car accident, and now they have to team up with an elderly witch and a lesbian Muslim werewolf. What else could you possibly need in life? That just sounds so intriguing. Now, I haven't read this book yet, but I did notice in a couple reviews some mention of trigger warnings. The most prominent one that I saw, oh boy, comment! But one that somebody mentioned that really stood out was there is a couple scenes of police brutality, so just especially with everything going on right now, I know a lot of people don't like reading about events that are hitting too close to home. So just keep that in mind. But like I said, I haven't read the book, so I don't know how it's done or anything like that. But if you want to know, definitely look up some of the reviews and get any information that you need to. But either way, I am so excited to read this. I will probably not be able to hold off until the end of the month, but I'll try my best. The second book that I am so excited to get to is One Final Vinyl by Savvy. If you don't know, Savvy is a fellow author tuber. I'm going to link her video down below. She does all kinds of cool videos about books, like reading and writing and anti-MLMs, and she's so much fun. Definitely check her out. This is about a girl who has just graduated and she's throwing a graduation party before she goes off to college, and nobody shows up except for this 90-year-old woman with mild Alzheimer's who just shows up in the middle of the night because she's lost. So she decides to be a good person and bring her back, and then realizes it's a lot farther than she thought it was, so they have to go on this road trip, and that just sounds like so much fun. Like a road trip with a 90-year-old woman in the middle of the night. Sign me up. I feel like it's going to be really cute but also really hard-hitting at times, and I absolutely loved the last book I read by Savvy, which is Sculpt Yourself, which is up there. It's too high up on the shelf for you to see it, but it was also amazing. But I just think this is going to sound like so much fun, and I really want to see how it goes. The third book that I finally got is The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. This is the second book in the Poppy War series. I'm not going to go into the synopsis because it is a sequel, but the first book, The Poppy War, is about a war orphan who gets into this really elite military academy after acing a test that she shouldn't have passed, and then it's basically her struggles and a war, and it's very violent, very gory. There's a lot of trigger warnings. It's a very heavy book, and I would definitely recommend looking into the trigger warnings before you pick it up. It was very good though. It's just a lot. But this is the second book. I meant to read this as soon as I finished the first book, but it was right after all the stores had closed down, so I ordered it online, and because of everything going on, there's going to be a delay in shipping, which I knew. And then it took an extra couple weeks, and then I messaged them, and apparently it got lost in the mail, so then I had to reorder it and rewait. But it has finally arrived, and I really want to read it this month, especially because the world building and the magic system in this was pretty layered, and I want to get into the sequel before I forget some of the little things that happened in the first book, so I definitely want to read this in the month of July. And now, as always, I'm going to pick 2 more books using my box of prompts. I have a bunch of prompts in here, and I'm just going to shake it all up and see what I get. 1, 2. Alright, so first, okay. A book that was written before the 1900s. So that's pretty much a classic. And the next one, ooh, okay. A friend's favorite. Okay, I think I have some ideas. So I'm going to go pick out the books and I will come back and let you know in a second. And I'm back. The angle probably changed. I tripped over the camera. It happens often. For a book published before the 1900s, I'm going to go with The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. This was originally written in 1875. Honestly, I just looked at the first classic that I saw on my shelf and double checked the year, and this one won. So yeah, and it's not a long book, so I think that'd be good. And for a friend's favorite book, the first one that popped into my head I don't actually own, but I was able to get it on audiobook, and that is going to be Dread Nation by Justina Ireland. This was highly recommended to me by Matilda over at the Nerdy Book Nerd. I'm going to leave her linked down below. She had mentioned it in her favorite books of 2019 video, and it sounded really interesting to me then, but I just never got around to picking it up. And then in a live stream about a week ago, I'd say, she brought it up again and was talking about it, and it just sounded so interesting, so I decided I really want to read that one. I didn't look too deep into the synopsis because, I don't know, I kind of just want to go in and see what happens. So all I know is it's historical fiction and there's zombies, and I think it's like a weird take on slavery. Like they take the black children and they train them to become like zombie hunters, and then they sell them to white families. So it's kind of like a reimagining of how history went and adding in zombies. And I think it's going to be very interesting. Honestly, I just haven't really stopped thinking about it since she talked about it the other day, and it was just the first book that popped into my mind when I saw this, so I am very excited to read it. But there you have it. Those are the 5 books that I am planning to read in the month of July, plus whatever I end up reading for my 24-hour readathon. Like I said, I'm going to have a completely separate TBR video for that I'm going to make once the books actually arrive, so stay tuned for that. So that is going to be all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, please click the like button to let me know, and subscribe to stay up to date with the rest of my videos. I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday, usually reading or writing related. So I hope to see you guys next time, and until then, have a great day. Bye!